Stop.
Kigaru Tarot.
For entertainment purposes only.
Only?
Only.
Hi friends, it's Terry from Kigaru Spiritual Journeys, here just to tell you a quick little story kind of on myself. I just got done taking Kim Copeland and Danny Shea's class, Rocks and Feathers. And what the class did is it went through the medicine wheel, and we did like the east, south, west, north, the overworld, the underworld, and it was really fascinating. It was a great class. If you ever want to kind of learn more about psychic things and just get more into kind of a shamanistic kind of learning, it's a great class, really, and they're super teachers. But I have to tell you something funny. So after I took the class, or during actually taking the class, every time I read on somebody, they got a spirit animal. It's like suddenly that class put me in touch with all the animals. And I would be reading somebody and suddenly a spirit animal would show up. And actually, I didn't understand spirit animals properly. I thought that spirit animals were there to only protect you, and so therefore generally the spirit animal is going to be something slightly ferocious and protective, that it's not like it's actually going to be there, but the essence of that animal can help protect you. So that was my thought. That's what I thought they were. And I found out later that was not quite true, but it's so funny because now the spirit animals are kind of making fun of me for it. And it's so fun. So one spirit animal that showed up was a cat, a fluffy, orange, long-tailed, long-haired cat. And I was kind of like, I actually read this person twice, and the cat showed up both times. And I tried to kind of talk to the cat to find out what it was doing, not thinking it was a spirit animal, and then finally like, move along, cat, get off the stage. And the second time, when it showed up again, I thought, okay, well, this is not exactly a coincidence. So let's find out more from this cat. And then I found out that it was their animal spirit guide. And that was really interesting. But I have to say, I wasn't very, I want to say I wasn't as kind as I probably should have been, because I'm kind of like, cat, what can you do for this lady? I mean, you're not big like a buffalo or like a puma, or, and the cat was a little offended. And I did explain what they do for them, and they did wonderful stuff. They helped them with surprise and gentleness and all sorts of other things. And the cat did say, I do have teeth. It's not like I'm completely without weapons. And and I thanked it and everything. And then not the exact next time I read, but the next time I read and somebody got a spirit animal, the spirit animal was a lizard, and the lizard darted out onto the stage, and I was low kind of by the stage, and it darted out, and it surprised me a little. And he said, was that scary enough for you? And I had to laugh so hard, because I'm like, yeah, that was kind of scary. Yeah, a lizard darting near my face. Well, it's kind of scary. But still, you're just a little lizard. What do you do for this sitter? But he went on to explain about surprise and joy and being able to see from a different perspective. It was amazing. And it seems like they have decided not to let up on me a little bit, because the very next time I read, I was down by the stage again, kind of a little lower than I normally would be when I saw my metaphorical stage. And out jumped a spider. And it jumped out, you know, I mean, and it scared me because it's a spider. And he's like, was that scary enough for you? And I'm like, yeah, that was plenty scary. You know? But he was also just a little jumpy spider. In the Pacific Northwest, we have these little jumpy, I don't know what they're called. I just call them jumpy spiders, where that you can kind of touch them and they jump ahead, and they're very tiny. They're a nice spider. And anyway, he was so tickled that he scared me. And I didn't say anything bad this time, but he did. I'm like, okay, so what's your name? And he's like, Wilbur. And I'm like, from Charlotte's Web. And he's like, yes. You know, and I'm like, they're just absolutely teasing me now. Teasing me that I thought they all had to be so ferocious, that they had to be scary, that they, you know, they really don't. You can have any spirit animal. Any spirit animal can help you. In this case, the spider was to help her see new perspectives, but also to see things that she normally wouldn't be able to see because it would be too small. And that actually would help her. She is a realist, sells real estate, and that would actually be a very helpful tool to be able to know things that are small, that might not be completely, that you might not be completely aware of right away. So that was pretty cool. So just a little thing about spirit animals, that I seem to be getting them way more in the readings, and they have a wonderful sense of humor, and they're all trying to scare me now, which is fun, kind of fun, you know, and it doesn't seem to throw the reading off in any way. You know, I'm just, so long as I keep talking to them, like, you know, and interacting with them, it keeps going forward. And in fact, that spider, we went on to help me read 2 past lives of that sitter. So that was really cool. That Wilbur stayed and really helped with the rest of the reading completely. It was amazing. Okay, well, if you want your own reading, you can reach me at Kigaru Spiritual Journeys. On my YouTube channel, on the About, there's a place you can book a reading if you want to. I also want to let you know that Terry Lee, who is Pure Visionary Psychic Medium, and Sun Psychic Jean, and I, we're going to go live on February 4th, and I will make sure that there's a card at the end here advertising the date and time. I think it's going to be 5:30 on the 4th. But so please go over, subscribe to her channel, hit the notification bell so that you're already aware when that we pop on. And we'll be doing that often between the 3 of us and maybe some others. We'll just sometimes pop up and answer your questions. So have a lot of questions. Thank you.